Hello, hello. Welcome to Spirit Sizzle.
Spirit Sizzle.
Boom. Hot off the spiritual press. Hi, I'm Pamela Theresa, medium in the raw.
I'm Steve Christian of Local Haunts. In case you don't know who we are the paranormal power couple.
We need to go to comments.
We do need to go to comments.
We need to go to comments.
Yeah.
Hello, hello.
I'm manning the ship over here.
Drop a comment in the section.
See
have
you.
a little chit chat. Behave yourself, or we're going to call you out.
Make you famous. You never know what the topic's going to be. It's
Right.
whatever the spirit world guides. She is a true spiritual medium.
I talk to dead people. They're my bosses.
And they talk to her.
Yeah.
And she can hear them.
Yeah.
And see them.
Yeah.
It's kind of a crazy thing.
Life is different.
It's awesome.
Life is really crazy. I'm not here to make friends, y'all. I love you all. I mean, I like you, but I love you. I'm just saying the world, we got to wait to cuss, right? It is medium in the raw, but the world is a rock and roll place, y'all. Hey, hey, hey. It is time. Hey, Brenda, how's it going?
Hey.
Yeah. Say.
She's famous.
You're famous now.
You're
Here
the
we
first
go.
famous person.
Make sure to share, make sure to like, make sure to get us out there because it's going to be a regular thing.
Mhm.
Daily news, hot takes from the spirit world. You can drop your comments in the comment section in the chat. Hello, Danielle.
It's
Woohoo!
9 for you. Oh, you must be Central Time.
Yeah. Yep. We're at 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time here in Jacksonville, Florida. I noticed on the headlines that there was a boat that capsized in the St. Johns River earlier today.
Really?
Yeah, JFRD was out there, and unfortunately, many prayers for the families.
Oh, okay. What kind of boat?
I don't know. I didn't get that much of it. I just saw it on the. There, I think we're 4 from what I read. Don't quote me on this,
And
but
it's tragic.
We lost one so far that we know of.
Oh,
but
man.
yeah,
I just found out about that.
Yeah, that's news. Hot off.
Let me
hot off.
See how we look and sound.
Okay. Yeah. So let me know what y'all want to talk about. We're going to go raw here. We're going to enjoy. We are going to. Okay, sure. Good. Okay, cool. Don't know how it's. If you're watching from the Facebook, let me know how it sounded and all that jazz. Okay, there we go. I shared. What'd she say?
I shared and lost you. Well.
Oh, what the hell?
I'm not sure how you lost us. Well, you found us again.
You found us again. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you.
She was lost, but now she's found.
Yes, they stopped
searching. Oh, they stopped searching for the people on the boat.
Oh.
It's the St. Johns River is a river. It's one of 2 rivers in the world that flows north.
By the way, P.S. and just so you know, we do live in the River City here in Jacksonville, Florida.
And the water is inky black. Just so you know, you cannot see shit.
I've been water skiing in that.
Have you really?
I have.
You're a brave soul.
Back in the day.
You're a brave lass.
Yeah, it was fun.
I've been fishing in it.
Yeah.
I've been on boats on it, but I'm not getting in that water.
Yeah.
I am not going to get in that water.
Is that 4 flags? America.
There
we go.
Yeah. Well, we're going to have fun tonight. We're going to talk about spiritual, whatever the spirit world wants to talk about. We don't even know. But there's a lot of topics that we could touch on. The JFK files just got dropped. There's a freaking structure under the
pyramid conversation.
That is
documents
insane.
Have been leaked.
That is going to change the world as we know it.
Woo! As much as allowed to be out.
Yeah.
As you can say.
It was leaked out.
Yeah. So, of course, welcome to the conspiracy theory camp. Right? I mean, seriously, everything that we've talked about in the spirit world has dropped on my doorstep for years. By the way, I was born this way. Always seeing the spirit world, communicating with the spirit world. It's not that we all don't have that ability and gift, because it is the soul that powers the body. It's just some of us are born in that way, where the doors are wide the fuck open.
Yeah.
And it's not exactly a pleasant trip. I shall say that much. Or it can be a trip. And by the way, I was thinking about before we went live here, life on earth. Stone sober, bitches. Stone sober. Think about that. Like, I can't drink. I do smoke and I drink coffee, smoke cigarettes. But hi, Holly. How's it going? but I've been living through this train wreck on Earth, surrounded by a bunch of earthbound souls. uh, sober,
Sober.
with no break. But I'll tell you why. I mean, who doesn't like a nice cold brewski occasionally? Or maybe even a little sea breeze with a little bit of vodka in it. I mean, who the hell doesn't like that every once in a while?
A little sex on the beach.
Like,
And the drink's not bad either.
So, yeah, certain words might
Oh,
hurt our cause.
I'm sorry about that. I didn't say that.
Ay.
It's a drink, folks.
Ay.
Yeah, but you're right. You're right. You got to watch what you say.
So, yeah, this is Medium in the Raw. So occasionally we're going to go rock and roll with one another, but welcome, welcome. Hey, Tina, how's it going? Anyway.
Made you famous.
So I tell you, I am not poo-pooing anybody. In fact, I'm quite envious where it would be just so nice to kick up my heels and have a little brewski every once in a while and just enjoy, right? But my physical body does not like that. Oh, yeah. Have you ever heard of kidney stones? This bitch drinks alcohol and it's like kidney stone time. Anyway, the point is, I don't blame. I really, talking to the spirit world before we went live, life is really hard right now, y'all. This is hot off the press. In the spirit world, they were talking to me like, well, we don't exactly blame people for drinking right now. Because now I'm not promoting alcohol. I'm not promoting drinking. I'm just saying maybe a little brewski here or there just to kind of kick up your heels, a little glass of wine, just a little,
little toddy,
a little hot toddy or whatnot, just to decompress,
take the edge off the work craziness.
Yeah, because lately, or my whole life, I'm like white knuckling it, and seriously, it just, what can we do to ease the pain and suffering, right? Because there's just so much going on all the time, whether it be in your personal life or world affairs or locally and such like that. Bob just raised his glass. Yeah, have a gulp for me.
Cheers, Bob.
Have a gulp for me. And so,
drink it if you got them.
Yeah, just working with the spirit world, for me, actually, I can talk for myself, not for everybody else, but for me, has always been an intense thing. It's a thinking thing. It's intelligent. And we take deep dives because I'm that person where I want to know everything. I've always been that way. I want to know what the hell is going on in the world and being empathic. Now, I've noticed this too. And being an empath, I've been noticing more, shall we call mainstream people or whatever you want to call them, throwing that empath word around all the time. I've even seen, highfalutin attorneys that are like total, like, what shall we call them? Hardcore, go in for the game of tackle, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I've literally seen them say that they're empaths, and I'm like, what? This is a loose term being thrown around. It's a popular term that people are actually throwing around out there. For, I don't know, did California get a hold of it or whatnot? Like, what the hell does that mean? You're going on the attack and you're calling yourself an empath? What the fuck? Is nothing sacred?
Nothing.
Mm-hmm. So Brenda, what's she saying here?
She said, I am ridden with diabetes, lupus, Hashimoto's, sojourns, rheumatoid arthritis, fibromyalgia, something else. And miserable inflammation is not my friend. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Huh.
Have a beer.
No. Interesting. Okay, yeah. Talk about the spiritual deep dives with the spirit world. I've been going on deep dive studies with neuroscientists, mental health professionals, scientists, and all that. I mean, swear to God, the spirit world has taken me everywhere. Inflammation has a lot to do with the food that we've had. And now, I was the one so many years ago that talked about read the labels. What the hell are we eating? Not blaming you. There's genetics involved. Legal disclaimer. I'm not a doctor. Go see a doctor if you need to. But seriously, what's been in our food supply for so long?
Yeah.
I mean, just
It's
read it's and here's the thing. This is why this is not a blame on anybody. What are we supposed to do when that's what's provided
right.
as far as the food that we're eating? And let's see here. I feel like a dead woman says, well, no, you don't.
Actually, you'll feel great when you're a dead woman. Just saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, for like 3,000 years, we've had bread. Now suddenly everybody's allergic to it.
Well, because of all the crap in it.
Exactly.
So, but it's not our fault. I mean, hello. I mean, I was looking at the Generation X because I happen to be Generation X. What's it called? We don't give a fuck generation. We're the silent generation. We don't give a shit. We're the latchkey kids. We are the forgotten generation. We are the silent generation. We are the ones that we are meant to be seen and not heard. We were raised with that, y'all.
We're X-Men.
To where, if you, I saw some videos today. If you're hungry, screw it. Go find a berry plant. Go forage in the forest. Go find something to eat, right? Seriously, when you're raising yourself,
yeah,
that's what we did. We raised ourselves because let's see, the bread, not the same.
My kid made bread the other day and it's not the same.
Yeah, exactly. You'll have to move that to the side. What does Brenda say here?
I've done an experiment. I have some same apples in the fridge and they are still ripe. There's some weird shit in our food. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. You know, there's an ice cream sandwich they sell at a popular department store. I'm not going to say its name. It won't melt.
Hi, Jacqueline. How are you? Long time no see.
Melt. Ice cream's supposed to melt.
Well, we grew up on that crap. Ice cream sandwiches, they were foam, right?
Well, I love me an ice cream sandwich, but the ones that this particular store sells, the generic, it doesn't melt. What's up with that?
Yep.
That's not ice cream.
No, it never did.
It's just a sandwich.
No, they never did.
Some kind.
Never did.
Yeah. No, I have ice cream sandwiches that melt.
No.
It's like a race to eat them things.
They were foam. They melted like foam.
Well, if you bought them off like, the ice cream.
No, I'm serious, yo. They were like foam. They weren't, I don't know what kind of highfalutin ice cream sandwiches you got, but we got the kind that were 20 in a box for like $1.50. Come on.
Ate it with your pinky out. It was a fancy ice cream sandwich on rye bread.
I know. But yeah, our food supply has just been, for a year, she had them in her fridge.
Wow. They're apple cider by now.
They should be. Wow, that's interesting. Yep. Doing good. It's been a long time. Yeah. I know, y'all.
We've been hiding.
See, remember the title of this, Spiritual Sizzle. It could get hot in this place here. Medium in the raw, after all. Go ahead. Whatever kind of topic you want to cover. Yeah, we'll go there. But the main theme of going back to what I was talking about earlier, where kind of need a drink to survive in this environment right now. Because it's just, woo, holy crap, Oli, life on earth here. We are so earthbound. Hey, Ruth, how's it going? And I tell you what, just think about this for a minute, y'all. What do you know to be true? What do you know to be true? What were you taught? Remember, you grew up. Well, let's see, you were born into a situation, right?
I know ice cream's supposed to melt.
Yeah. No, you didn't know that. Neither did I. You were born into a situation here. Hi, Diana. How's it going? I miss you too. Long time. Don't forget to share, y'all. Share. Hey, Amy. How's it going?
Yeah, peeps.
It's been a long time. Time. The theme of tonight's show is surviving on Earth. We're all in this. I have missed y'all too. Anyway, so now is the time where got to get a little bit serious here on the message here. So Pay attention here. I'm going to help you solve some riddles in your life and why you feel so lost and confused and not knowing which way's up, down, or all around. Taking a look around you and your world as to certain things that are going on. And you're like, what the ever living hell is happening? What planet did I land on? Well, I'll tell you, it's kind of always been this way. You just didn't know it. You are awakening. That's what's happening. That's why now you feel like you just landed on a planet that's not your home because you're awakening to truth. And hey, you came up with something earlier this week.
I did.
What's it? What is it? What is it?
Valerie says truth is often.
Hey, Valeria.
Because we're talking about, some slogans we can use for Spirit Sizzle, which is what we're doing right now. And that is the spirit world's bias.
Their only bias
is truth.
Like it or freaking lump it.
Exactly.
Okay. So let's take a little gander here. Take a look at your life. Go on this beautiful journey with me. Okay. Just take a little look-see back in time. You were born, right? You were born to a system already set in place, a system of beliefs, right? That's right. You're a little child. You're walking across in our case, shag carpet that was green or golden.
Yeah.
And there were sharp corners. And our parents, remember, we're Generation X. They're just like, what?
Did you ever have to rake the carpet?
Yes, we had to rake the carpet.
I had to rake that shit.
Yeah.
Rake the yard, rake the carpet. Anyway.
No doubt.
Sorry to sidetrack.
No, I'm good with that. That's really funny. Here. Or did you collect bottle caps to make money?
I collected bottles and cans.
And caps. Remember the caps, right?
The caps were worth money?
Yeah. You could recycle those suckers.
You mean the pop-up top?
Yes. Hello. Hey, girl grew up on the streets. I did whatever I could to get the money.
Wow.
We dug in the dumps.
How much were they worth?
They were metal. They were recycled. Yeah, everybody, y'all, you think
we threw that shit away.
Most recently, people just came up with recycling. Bitches, we've been recycling for a long time. Well, anyway, back to the point at hand here. Oops, with messages. Yes. Let's see here. What was that? Hey, Rhonda.
It's all mucked up, but we all can do something to get through each moment and not worry. That's getting that gets nothing, by the way, baby boomer here. So
yeah. Baby boomer in the house.
Back of a pickup. Yeah.
And back of the pickup.
Yeah. Tell about it.
What the hell are seatbelts, y'all?
I had a car that didn't. I actually had a car. It was a convertible too.
Yeah.
Didn't have seatbelts in it.
Yeah. What about the push button? We had an old gold station wagon where it was a push button.
The transmission?
Yeah, to start it, a push button.
Oh.
Yeah, push the button to start.
That's back again. I mean, our trucks have a push button to start it.
I know, it's back again. Like,
what's old is new again.
Back here. What's old is new again. Recycling, that's
maybe
old.
Maybe seatbelts will go away again. Who knows?
If we wanted to make money, we'd find Coke bottles, right? Coke cans, right?
It's hard to find a glass bottle, isn't it?
Glass bottle. I miss them. There's nothing wrong with glass bottles. What the hell? Now we've been drinking all out of everything, all this plastic stuff.
Did they run out of sand?
What the hell? There's plenty of sand out there, y'all. Okay, so you see, we're gonna wander on a lot of little off trails and such like that here.
DeSoto.
What did she say? Read it for me.
We had an old DeSoto. That car lasted forever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my parents had a DeSoto before I was.
But let me tell you, those old cars back then, when you slammed your finger in the door, your fingers came out like
like Fred Flintstone.
Roll the window down.
Got a spiritual one here.
Mm-hmm.
I got to fast forward. My daughter heard my mom whisper in her ear today.
Beautiful.
That's so cool. That's a cool little shout out.
I love that. Spirit world's always talking. Are you listening?
Yeah.
Yes. It's a soul that powers body. We all have that communication with the spirit world. It's just coming into that awareness, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back. Okay, back. Back to the old shag carpet where we're
Get the rake.
Interesting, right? Well, we come into a life that's already set up with beliefs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Though it is the soul that powers the body. We come in innocent as all get out, just pure, universal, absolutely just the soul is eternal. And we come into this physical body. The physical body is the coat for the soul. Yeah, just looking around at this earth realm like, wow, this is pretty freaking awesome, right? No rules. Just want that adventure of experience, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right off the bat, we are told the brainwashing begins. Period. This is this, that is that. Them's the rules,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
So we're trained. We are trained, right? Though we are eternal beings.
Yeah.
And the soul exists within. We are trained to know what to believe, what is truth. Everything we are taught, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So as children, and if you study and if you have ever raised children and you give them that freedom, right? And to actually explore a little bit, you'll find that creative spark, the spark of the divine within, right? Unlimited. Like children, if they're left alone, you will come to learn that they will teach you, and they know because they're so pure in that way,
Mm-hmm.
untainted.
Yeah.
And they don't need to be forced into belief because we immediately start confusing the fuck out of them, or we were confused too as well,
Right.
because this is this. Okay. Don't talk to strangers. Okay. Right. At the same time, why are you so rude to that person? You should go up and say hello. Okay. So let's just say your parents take you to church. As a child, there are a lot of strangers around you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But you're taught don't talk to strangers. On the same hand, a perfect stranger comes up to you and you're like, okay, I'm going to back up. I don't want to talk to stranger. Then you get chastised for not being kind. What the fuck?
Double standard much?
By the way, don't talk to strangers. Don't be with strangers. Next thing you know, you're plopped in a classroom with nothing but strangers. You're a little child. You're in kindergarten or you're in preschool. You don't want to go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. From the beginning, we were told not to talk to strangers, not to be around strangers. It starts out weird, y'all.
It goes downhill from there.
Let's go. It starts out strange. What is wrong with people? And then this is adults only. So if you have children in the room, get them out because here we go.
Ooh.
Santa is real. Don't lie to me. I tell you, tell me the truth. Something within us as children were like, okay, but we must believe, right? But we know it's a lie from the get-go. Pay attention, y'all, if you want to wonder what the ever-living hell is going on.
The Easter Bunny's real, though, right?
Take a study. Take a look. It's only fun and games, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So you're taught morals, values. Don't ever tell a lie. What's the biggest lie that parents tell their kids?
That he's your father.
Let's go to Christmas, y'all.
Yeah. Easter Bunny, Tooth Fairy.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said from the beginning of this session here, I don't give a shit. I'm not here. I'm not here for people to like me. I'm just here kicking it out. This is Spirit Sizzle. Like the spirit world is kicking it out. Like you want answers. We're giving you answers. You want to know what the hell is wrong with you or everybody else around you? Let's go back to the beginning.
Been lied to since day one.
I mean, there's a way to go about it.
Mm.
And see, now me, I have 4 and I homeschooled them. And I tell you what, I was hell bent, heaven bent, whatever you want to call it, but I was not going to perpetuate that lie. So it was very interesting. I had that benefit of where I did homeschool my kids to where I'm like, look, I'm not going to have some fat, white, bearded man take the credit for all this hard work and getting all these presents for your ass. I did it.
True story. True story. And I bought you eggs. You know how expensive that shit is?
Yeah. So you can see how much fun it is to work with the spirit world because they break it down to the basics that like you really want to know thyself when all will be revealed. Look at your life, look at what's happened and what you've had to say. We are in a pure spark of the divine. We are a piece of life, of God, of all that is, a pure truth, essence, creation.
Mm-hmm.
There's within the soul, there are no lies. And so, but we come into the physical body and experience this is kind of interesting here. The whole point is to find our way back to self, by the way. We're all lost in one hell of a forest.
Mm-hmm.
And it starts in the beginning. If you're to go back, and everybody has a different raising, right? Everybody is raised in a family, a different culture with different sets of beliefs. We're not dissing on the, we're not dissing. We're not dissing. Hey, you know what? Everybody has their way. But all of this is of the earth realm. It is earthbound. It is not of truth.
Right.
It really, truly. And so that's where there's this battle. And so there's always that, especially if you're born into, which I was, I had the privilege of being born into a religious cult. So I had to learn early on. I remember as an 8-year-old child going, this shit is shit. Well, because I've already was seeing the spirit world. I was not separate from that ever. And so I could, even as a child, I was ostracized because I would question and say, yeah, no, that's not what these big beings are telling me here. But then, I was the nut job, right?
Right.
Interesting, right? And so there's one thing about culture and family that's just absolutely beautiful to have a set of beliefs, right? But let's keep it for where it is. It's what? A belief that you were programmed to believe. Okay. That's what it is. Then there's that knowing that you know within your soul.
Yeah.
And so you have to learn how to pull the weeds and to figure out what is my eternal truth? What do I know to be tangibly true within me? What works for me?
Mm-hmm.
And what was told to me.
Right.
One thing is, okay, here I'm gonna walk y'all through this here. If you really want to go through that journey of know thyself and eternal truths and universal truths, take a look at what you think you believe to be true. Consider walking away from that truth. How does your physical body react? If you have anxiety and fear, that's not truth. Because absolute truth, there is no fear because it is absolute.
Right.
There is no fear to say. Now, there are times where I've been pissed as shit at the powers, the ultimate powers that be, right? The spirit world, God, all that is. I've been mad. I'm like, strike me dead. How could you do this? We all go through that rebellious stage of being angry. Like, how could you create me? And how could you create this shit hole of an earth? What the hell were you thinking? I mean, that's how real I get with the spirit world. I mean, like, seriously, y'all. But even with that, there's a calmness. At first I was like, what? But not really in fear. There was more of a comfort and more of a, like, everything's going to be okay. But whenever you try to escape or try to find your own way, or try to find your own set of knowing and separating from belief, that which you were told to be true. So the brainwashing that happens from the get-go. And when you try to refine and actually seek for self, what do I know to be true? What do I believe in? What works for me? Who am I? Who am I? Why did I come here? And what did I come here to do? I'm here to tell you nobody's going to be doing your dying for you. Nobody takes your first breath for you. Nobody's going to do your dying for you. It comes down to self and true self-awareness as to what it is. And so what is your allegiance to anybody else, right? So many of us were born into families where if you didn't believe a particular way, that of which they spoon-fed you and said, this is what this is what that is, right?
Mhm.
And if you made the decision that, hey, that doesn't work for me, then you betray your family, you betray the beliefs, you betray generations of whatever the hell it is that they decided they were going to be. Somebody down the line decided they were going to be something, and this is what they were. And therefore you were born of that, which you knew it from the other side when you came into this physical realm, that you would be born into that, hoping that you would actually remember thyself. Sometimes we get lucky enough to kind of separate from it. Sometimes we stay with it, whatever works for you. I'm not judging you, just saying if you're looking for self, then you might have to separate that from yourself from that which you were told, right? And then find who you are. Find who you are, find what you know to be true. We've got a great example of there's so much news out there. Everywhere you turn, there's news. Everywhere you turn, somebody's got something to say. Everybody's talking. Everybody has their own fucking opinion. This is the way it is. That's the way that is. All of this is going on. What do you believe? What do you know to be true? What have you seen? What have you experienced? What is actually happening? This is what it's like working with the spirit world. This is the way I am. I want to know. My job as a medium is to deliver the messages from the spirit world and actually seek for validation, evidence. Without the evidence of the person sitting across from me, the read ain't much of anything, right? Right. So we're seeking for evidence here. Truth in all ways. Truth, right?
Yep.
What's our saying here? Spirit world, their only bias is
Truth.
What is truth? Truth is one thing. Absolute. Truth is absolute. What is absolute? Absolute. Lacking emotion, lacking feelings, what it actually is. What it is. Doesn't matter how you feel about it. What is it?
It is what it is.
What is it? And so, but there is a huge awakening happening, and a true awakening, a spiritual awakening back to self. Night, Danielle. Love you too. A true awakening in the true sense. So many's going through it. So many people are. I'm seeing it. And that's why what has worked over the last century is no longer working. People are far too wise.
Mm-hmm. They're waking up.
Everybody is double checking, triple checking. Like, what is that? Everybody's so suspicious. Everybody's looking over their shoulder like, is that true? Is that for real? And I think that that's the most wonderful, fantastical experience. To me, I'm like, praise Jesus. This is fantastic because everybody's out there going, wait, what? That person said that? Is that true? And everybody's like sourcing. Everybody is like total research attorneys out there looking for everything. Everybody has their way of it. And it's so cool. And it can be frustrating too, because you have to ferret your way through so many different stories that it can be kind of confusing. Like, which is what is happening here, right?
Yeah.
And so that's why it's so powerful. Speaking of the JFK files, right? So that is like everybody knew. This is so proving that it is the soul that powers the body. Everybody knew from the very beginning. Everybody knew something doesn't smell right. You don't have to, just like I put up a post and I had a couple of comments and people were like, yeah, like everybody knew. Like everybody knew. We all knew. Everybody knew. We all talked about it like in whispers, like, really, that's not what happened.
Right.
That's not what happened. When are we ever going to get the truth? I don't know of anybody that ever said that they believed the propaganda that was put out there about that.
The magic bullet and Oswald and all that.
Yeah. But yet at the same time where everybody totally were like, hey, that's bunk. At the same time, you have all all of the powers that be here on earth that push out news stories saying that if you thought anything else, you're a conspiracy theorist.
Yep.
You see, isn't that just so interesting, right?
Yep.
It's so interesting. But so even now with the files that have been actually released, right? There's not going to be that whole picture. There's not going to
There's
be,
no smoking gun.
there's no smoking gun. But what it does is it basically comes back down and around to what everybody's been saying. What we were told from the media and sources is not what happened.
Mhm.
So we can all agree with that, to
Yep.
where we weren't given the information right. We just weren't. The whole point of this is you all have that gift of knowing. You all have that within you. Even as a child, though you'll be told certain things. So our parents were propagandists too, like Santa Claus.
Right.
I mean, come on, can I give you a better example, y'all? So, yeah, it's just very, very interesting. But even as a child, you may not know exactly what the truth is, but you actually are like, that doesn't feel right.
Yeah, some things just don't smell like the truth.
Yeah. So just imagine how that would be. You're a conspiracy theorist to say that we would make all this up about Santa Claus.
Well, over the past few years, conspiracy theorists are 50, truth 0, apparently, because a lot of conspiracy theories are turning
Right.
out to be true. So,
Yes. Yeah. So a lot of people are really just, I would say the vast majority of people are just simply looking around and allowing their gift of knowing to reign supreme, right? And to be explorative. Is that the right word? To
yeah.
really expand and that great experience of hey, I want to dig out the truth in all ways. So
Yeah.
I feel that this is, though it seems like it's a very dark time and there's a lot of muckety muck out there, I really feel like this is a fantastic time to be alive. Because come on, like we were talking about earlier, we're Generation X, and so talk about the wool over our eyes. Oh, we didn't have smartphones.
No.
We had 3 channels if we were lucky.
You had to
If we
get up to turn the damn
even if
channel
we had a
yourself.
TV. And so there was really only like a couple of news sources and then the newspapers that were really controlled. And so, yeah, I mean, there was not a lot out there.
Mm-mm.
And
Yeah, one
just-
video game, it was
but
called
now
Pong.
there is so much information out there now.
Too much information, actually.
There is a lot of information
A lot
out
of
there. So, but if you're
misinformation.
on that path to try to seek and find the truth again, like when you do look at the files, the JFK files, you'll find that, like, for one thing, there's something like 80,000 pages, right?
Yeah.
Like there's like you're going to get your freaking PhD going through those. I mean,
Right.
just imagine the history of that time that is written in there is very interesting. And it's like a tree with many branches, right? There's not going to be one truth within it. It's going to take you in many different directions as to certain things that were going on in the world. It's not just centered on one point exactly, too, as well.
And you got to wonder, there's 80,000 documents. Actually, there's more than 80,000 documents. How many were actually destroyed over this past 6
Well,
years?
some things I would tell you
years.
probably are not written down.
Yeah.
Yo.
I mean, especially if a certain 3-letter agency had a lot to do with it, they're not going to keep documents that incriminate themselves.
Yeah.
I'm
I
just
mean,
saying.
some things just aren't going to be written down.
Yeah.
And then plus you're talking about what, 60 plus years?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, stuff gets disintegrated.
I was 6 months old when that happened.
I wasn't even breathing on Earth
So
when
you got
that
to see it from
happened.
the other side.
I got to see it from
So
the
you
other
got a
side.
you got a first-hand view.
Yeah. So
I was like, crapping my diaper in a crib at the time when it happened. So.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So it's I don't think there's going to be one answer, actually.
No,
not
I
just
have
one
my
answer.
beliefs that I've always had. They're beliefs, they're not knowings about what happened. I don't think Oswald pulled a trigger that day. I don't. I think he was definitely in the vicinity. He was involved, but I don't think he fired a shot that day. Well, He did a fire shot later when he killed a police officer, J.D. Tippit, but he did not. I don't think he shot the president. I
It
don't.
reminds me of the song "Who Shot the Sheriff," but we can't sing because it would be
Yeah.
copycatted.
Copyright strike, people.
Right? Exactly. But the whole point is to study it. To study it, why would we study it?
Right?
Well, studying history is pretty fantastic, and that's what I love about the JFK files is because, the more we know, the more we grow, and we learn from the past, and then we can improve it. That's what it's all about, and that's what we're learning. And there's a lot going on in our world right now, but so there's been a lot of mistakes made, but isn't that the story of everybody's life? We grow, we make mistakes, we learn, we improve. Sometimes we fall, sometimes we even make more mistakes, sometimes we repeat mistakes, right?
Mhm.
I mean, it happens on a personal scale, it happens on a world scale, it happens on a country scale, it happens, sounds like a country song that I'm doing here, but the whole point is is to actually grow. The more we know, the more we grow,
Mhm.
right? Studying the past, understanding it, and just looking at it, reflecting on what other people will do, and it's very interesting. And looking at the story behind the story. After all, let's talk about what it's like to be a medium here. Well, delivering and kicking out the messages from the spirit world, they're telling the story of their life.
Mhm.
So, anyway, I find it quite
It
fascinating.
is fascinating.
Mhm.
I've witnessed thousands of reads,
Yeah.
and it's never dull.
No.
Never dull. By the way, if you want to schedule a session with Pamela Theresa, her day job is doing readings.
Yes.
Go to PamelaTheresa.com.
Absolutely.
See
We will
studies?
rock the read.
Rock it.
We will rock the read. But we're going to be, throughout the Spirit Sizzle. Welcome to the very first
The
episode.
pilot episode, you might say.
So it's kind of like a little bit fun. We are oiling the rusty spots.
Yeah, sanding the edges.
Little WD-40 up on this
A little
joint.
duct tape on this side. A little WD-40 over here.
Oh yeah, getting that stuff, getting it taken care of. But we've been wanting to do this, and so you'll find if you follow us on our YouTube or our Facebook or wherever you find us, that we're going to be popping on random times.
Yeah.
So sometimes it'll be late, sometimes it'll be early, sometimes it'll be hot off the press, hot takes from the spirit world.
So turn your notifications on so you don't miss it.
Yes, make sure you do that too as well. Make sure to share, like, and subscribe. But we're going to be talking about over the next couple of weeks, we're going to be covering dark energy, the dark forces. We're going to start like tonight was light and easy. We're taking on this journey
I'm
here.
going to take you to the dark side.
We're going to be talking about that such and so's. And it really does exist. It is. There's balance in all things. There's beautiful, the light, there's the dark, which is the contrast, the light, balance. So we're going to be talking about the imbalance of the earth plane at this point here, and that you're feeling it too. But at the same time, there's a counterbalance coming in, right? I call that the ultimate powers that be would be the heavenly realms, the angels, masters, and guides. You'll hear me talk about the ultimate powers that be versus the powers that be on earth. The powers that be on earth is defined as the dark forces, those running that and really having a wonderful earthboundy time in power and controlling the vast majority, really imprisoning in so many ways.
Deep state.
Well beyond that.
Yeah.
Well beyond that.
Well beyond. They run the deep state.
We're talking ancient.
Yes.
Ancient societies. So welcome to the target on me. But you know what? I don't really give a shit because, hey, I've got like my guardian angel is super big. In fact, we call her Big Mama. So yeah, yes, we all have guardian angels. But you'll find that I'm not the airy fairy fluffy bitch.
No.
We're also going to be really going on an adventure discussing earthbound spirits. And I'd have to say right now in the earth realm here, those of us, the human beings here, why is it you would be earthbound, or what some would call ghost? Because you are before you leave your physical body, because a lot of shit's going down, and you are not in tune with your soul, your eternal being.
A lot
You're
of people out
very
there.
bound to the earth and the earth plane. Therefore, when you have a death experience, it could happen to where you may not want to leave the earthbound state, as we're all earthbound,
Mhm.
though those who leave their physical body, who make the decision to stay, as you would again call them ghosts. I call them earthbound spirits. You can call them whatever the hell you want. It's the same damn thing, right? So there's a lot of that going on. The energy is pretty powerful in that way, because things, have been quite interesting for some time here.
Yeah.
I'd say for like the last 100 years, though I haven't been here for 100 years. No, I'm not Dick Clark. But it's definitely we are in a space and time to where a lot of shit's been going down. A lot of shit's been going down, and a lot of us are like Skibby Doo going, what the hell? Something new pops up every day. We're like, really? I wouldn't have thought of that. All these human beings are being quite creative in their way of living.
A little bit.
Mm,
Uh,
I'm just saying, hey, David, how's it going? Uh, see what's he saying here?
Friends, we just don't always see but feel. LOL. Yeah, exactly.
Yes, yes, exactly.
He gets it.
Exactly. You feel it, empathically. You're experiencing it too. And so I'll be discussing with y'all here on Spirit Sizzle. Oh, for me, when basically it's super simple. You're dead but not dead. Go light as heaven. Now, there's some harder cases where actually, as a medium, I was born out of the earthbound realms, because as a young child, that's most of the spirit world of what I saw, though I did experience the heavenly, beautiful spirit. There was just so much around me in the earthbound space. And that seems to be kind of what happens, when we first
Well, plus they're drawn to you,
start.
right?
It's very interesting, and it's scary. And so you don't know what to do about it. So,
yeah, but they're drawn to your
yeah,
light. So,
yeah. So basically talking to them, getting information from the heavenly realms, talking to earthbound spirits, basically giving a read to, think about it, y'all. When I'm helping people who are earthbound spirits, I'm actually kicking out a read.
Mhm.
That's the beginning of my mediumship, was actually communicating, because mediumship is communicating with spirit world, right? Yeah, that's all it is. Talking to dead people, talking to the heavenly ones and the earthbound ones. I want somebody to get the hell out of my space, because they're still in that pain and suffering, and they're what y'all would call ghostly. And I did it in a selfish way, because if I could talk them out of my life, I would do it. That's exactly why. It was self-preservation, right?
Brenda says, have you thought about doing another class for empaths?
I have, as a matter of fact. So good call, Brenda.
Yep.
Good call. So empaths. Yeah. Hey, either way, we understand what the hell you're saying. I empath. I'm path. I like that too as well. Both works. Anyway, so hey, what do you got to say for yourself?
We're also going to be doing a class on earthbound spirits.
That's right. That's right.
So on April 3rd?
April 3rd.
April
April 3rd. Yep. So you get a light dusting of this content here on the Spirit Sizzle.
There.
Yep, yep. Are you
We'll be doing
haunted?
that
Yes, yes.
on April 3rd.
See, I noticed I messed up our title. It should say Spirit Sizzle instead of Spiritual Sizzle. Right up here. Our title,
You had
Spiritual
one
Sizzle.
job.
I had one job. But yeah, anyway, I think we did good.
That was fun.
We weren't even going to be on for this long. We have held it for 48 minutes. What the hell?
We were just getting our feet wet.
Yes.
We're going to be, there's no set time limit on what we're doing, and there's no set topic. So
but we just want to come back and have fun again.
Yep.
Go back to our comments, into the comment sections here. Okie dokie. On what?
On earthbound spirits.
How
to get rid of them.
Yep.
How to deal with them.
Great detail, working in that Beautiful class. So it's $40. Go on over to PamelaTheresa.com, and My Haunted Medium Life is the title of that class. And so, yeah, you won't want to miss that.
Nope.
That'll be pretty fantastic.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
PamelaTheresa.com, and that's how you can sign up for that.
Yep. PamelaTheresa.com.
Yeah, and then also too, I can bring you up on camera with me and go.
And maybe even do a remote spirit rescue.
That's what I'm saying. Look, if you have spirit in your space, I can help you clear the decks.
You don't have to be there.
Nope.
It's amazing.
Nobody has to be there. That's right. Well, I feel pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm ready to
awesome.
kick up my heels
Yeah.
and take a little chill pill. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and to share.
Exactly.
Let's get the spiritual word out here.
And schedule a session with that one.
Yes.
PamelaTheresa.com.
Yes.
That one right there.
Yes. Yeah.
That one. That's Pamela.
That's right. MediumInTheRaw.com. You can find me there too as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty fantastic. Okay.
Exactly.
So let's not prolong our goodbye. Let's just, goodbyes are always so hard. They are always so hard. Yes, Brenda, I do journals, but that's just in my little spare time, the Heavenly Traveler journals.
Mm-hmm.
So just a little, that's my relaxation too. So thank you for asking.
Nice.
Hello.
It was nice being seen again.
Nice to be seen again, y'all. Love you very, very much. Have a beautiful, fantastic evening.
Yeah. Enjoy your weekend.
We'll be popping on tomorrow sometime. Cannot promise you as to when it will be, but we will.
You'll see us when we get there.
Yeah, you'll see us when we get there.
All right. Good night, guys.
Love y'all.
Good night.
Yeah.